Good morning. Good morning. It's good night for me. How you guys are doing? This is Mr. Hunt again. I guess you guys heard the news that we will no longer have school for the remaining of the school year. I'm sorry to hear that. Really gonna miss a lot of you guys. Miss all of you actually. Um, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Or can I talk about it now? Yeah, let's do that. Um, I'm gonna miss all you guys. If you type in something into Google Classroom about what you miss about math class, I will type in what I miss about you specifically. Okay. So write me a note in Google Classroom. You guys know how to attach. I've seen you guys ask me questions and stuff like that. Right. One thing you're gonna miss about math class, and I will type in what I'm gonna miss specifically about you. Okay. Uh, we'll still be having math classes. I want you guys to try your best at this, okay? I don't want to see, I'm seeing people turning in homework, a lot of homework, but I'm concerned that some of you just rushing through it because it's reflecting in your grades. It's nice to know that you can do um, 10 assignments in less than an hour. I have a time chart. I know how long it's taking you to do them, but I hope you guys are really taking this serious. 2026 is not the class that cheats. We're the class that try, we're the class that learns, and we're the class that bring our best effort forward, okay? So let's not do that. I want you guys to watch the videos and try your best, okay? Um, because in the end, you're really gonna be grateful that you tried and gave that put forth that hard work. It pays off, trust me. When you cross that stage with that gown and that diploma, um, when you graduate, you're going to look back at this moment and be thankful that you put forth your best effort and you didn't cheat, okay? Um, and you really tried hard. So do that, okay? Okay, so let me get some honorable mentions here on the last assignment I gave you on labeling the nets of three-dimensional shapes. Um, that takes real effort for you to be able to see how you can fold this shape to make a box or something like that, or to make a prism, or to make a cube, or to make a pyramid. Okay, so let's look at this. Independent practice. A lot of shout outs. These people got 35 out of 50 on the independent practice. Mercutio Adams, as always, he's always there, giving his best. Tyler's back. I haven't heard from Tyler in a minute as far as his grades. Last week I didn't give him. I don't think I gave him a shout out. If I did, Tyler, then I'm apologizing to you now. But Tyler's back. Breeze is back. I haven't heard from him in a minute. He got 45 out of 50. All these people that I'm hollering out got 35 out of 50, but specifically two people got 45 or higher. Okay, so Mercutio, Tyler, Breeze, Deasia, Calvin, Passion, Terriana, Canarion, Alyssa, Jada, Jamari, Danielle, Jalen Williams, Rael, Jakila, and Antonio. Now, these two people got 45 out of 50. The rest of you got 35, between 35 and 50. But these two people got 45 or higher. Matter of fact, Breeze got 45 out of 50, and Jada Thomas got 50 out of 50. Good job. Good job. All right. Don't forget, I wanted you guys to type me one thing that you're going to miss about math class, okay? And maybe we can try to bring that back on e-learning, okay? In this Google Classroom doc. Okay. Exit tickets. Here we go. Same again. Mercutio. These people got 35 or higher out of 50. Mercutio. Tyler, Passion, Shamira, Calvin, Jada Thomas. Jamari's back. I haven't heard from him in a minute in terms of his high scores. Jamari, Jalen Williams, Alyssa, Rainaya, and Cameron. Cam is there now. What's up, Cam? I haven't heard from you yet, bro. So this is good to see. These people here got 45 out of 50. Passion specifically, Calvin specifically, and Jada. Jada actually got two 50s, one in independent practice and one in her exit ticket. Good job, Jada Thomas. I'm so proud of all of you. Keep up the good work. Okay, here we go. So let's remember, today we're going to actually start calculating the surface area. Remember, surface area is the area of surface area right here, the second dot. Surface area is the total area of the surfaces of a three-dimensional object. So when do you use surface area? You will use surface area if you are wrapping a gift, because you need to know how much wrapping paper do you need to cover all the surfaces. Okay. I know a lot of you just guess and you put the box on top of the paper and you put the box on top of the paper and then you cut out the paper and all that to match the size of the box. But there's another way to figure this out. You can actually use mathematics to figure out how much wrapping paper you need. Yes, mathematics. You can actually calculate the area of all your surfaces and then cut out that amount. And remember, since we're dealing with surface area, units are squared. When you're dealing with volume, units are cubed. Why are they squared? Well, if I'm doing centimeters times centimeters, then that would be to the second power, okay? Centimeters squared. But if I'm doing centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, that would be centimeters cubed or centimeters to the third power. Volume is length times width times height. All those units are the same, so it will be centimeters cubed. But area or surface area is length times width or base times height or something like that. So that's centimeters times centimeters. So that's squared. So surface area will be squared. Inches squared. Inches cubed. I'm not inches cubed. I mean inches squared. Centimeters squared. Feet squared. Okay. So all your units will be in square today. So remember, one of the things you need to be able to see in your mind is the net drawing. Okay, the net drawing is how this picture looks. If you were to unfold all those flaps and lay that image down flat on the ground, that's what the net would look like, okay? So in order, right here, third bullet, in order to find the surface area, it's going to be important that you can draw the net drawing. So I'm not going to calculate the surface area of this shape today. I will save that for tomorrow. I want to look specifically at this one right here. Here we go. Now, first of all, remember, if it has two bases, what is it called? Is it called a pyramid or is it called a prism? What do you have? All of you should have said prism. Now, the name of a three-dimensional shape is based off the shape of the base. Remember, a base is also part of the face, okay? Now, this shape is, although it has a square, you can call this shape a square prism, okay? It's a square prism. So it's not a cube, but it is a square prism because the base is a square. Why is the base a square? Look at it. It's 7 by 7. Duh. That's a square. Okay, here we go. So, go right here. Square. Square. There we go. Bam. Okay. Now, it's not a cube, but it is a square prism because the name is derived from the base. So this would be called a square prism. Now, so I'm in my mind, if I'm calculating the surface area, I'm looking at what surfaces I have. What shapes do I see? Okay, I notice that I see 7 by 7. That means that that's a square. And if this is the bottom is 7 by 7, then the top may be 7 by 7. So that's two squares that I know that I have. Okay, now let's look at the front face. So I'm going here. Two squares have the same dimensions of 7 by 7. Now, the front face has rectangles. Are all of the rectangles the same? Remember, that is not always the case. Sometimes your rectangles get different dimensions. In this case, it looks like all of the rectangles are the same. I'm going to draw on this now. It looks like all of them go down 9, come across 7, okay? So the side goes down 9, come across 7. Let's look at the front. Goes down 9. This is 9 right here. If the back is 9, then the front has to be 9. And it comes across 7. Length times width, okay? So all four of them, the front and the back and the left and the right, have dimensions of 9 and 7. So you have 4 rectangles with 9 and 7. You have 2 squares with 7 and 7. Remember, it's not necessarily true that all your rectangles have the same dimension. You got to be careful. Make sure you're looking at your shape. One of the reasons this shape has the same dimensions going all the way around is because it has a square bottom. If you have a rectangular base, no, you will not have all your squares being the same, okay? 2 of them may be the same, but the other 2 will be different. Okay, here we go. So let's look at this now. What is what? If I was to unwrap this or unfold this, let's say I want to open this top up right here. I'm going to take this top right here and I'm going to open it. So that part right there will be right here. Bam. Okay. That is right there. Okay. So that will be 7 by 7. Okay. Cool. Now, What else do we want to do? We want to, hold on now. Bear with me here. Okay, so imagine that we took this shape and we laid it down like this, okay? We tilted it over backwards. We pushed it backwards, and that's what I'm doing. And then I'm opening it up. So I pushed this one. It was like this bottle, and I pushed it forward backwards, or I pushed it that way, okay? So now that's what I'm doing. Now, so let's look at this sidewall right here. I'm going to label that red. Here we go. Bam. Bam. That would be right here. Bam and bam. Cool. That's 9. The bottom is 7, okay? Remember, let's go ahead and do the other blue side here. The bottom, this is blue. This will be 7 by 7. Good, okay. Okay, so that is the right side. Let's do this left side. Which side will be the left side? Okay. If this is that back side that you can't see right here, this is the front. There's a back side. This represents the back side. So let's do that in a different color. I'm going to do that in yellow. So my back side is right here. Remember, this shape is laying down. That's the back side. This will be the front side, okay? That's the front side. And I'm going to do in red right here, the left side. So these are all my 2 rectangles, my 4 rectangles, and my squares. But notice, in this case, because I have a square bottom, I happen to have the same dimensions all the way around. So even this is 9 by 7, okay? And this is 9, okay? So all of these are 9 in this case. So 9 by 7, 9 by 7, 9 by 7, 9 by 7, and 7 by 7, and 7 by 7. So let's look at this now. So I have 2 squares that are 7 by 7. I have 4 rectangles that are 9 by 7. I'm going to go ahead and calculate that. When I calculate that, I have area for the squares equal length times width. That's 7 times 7. And right here, if you notice, Mr. Hunt put in 7 times 7 is 49. Then I put 2 times whatever the area of the square is. So that's 2 times 49 right here. Why is it 2? Because you have 2 squares. Okay, now, plus this right here. Each rectangle is 9 by 7. You're doing 9 times 7 is 63. You have 4 of those. So that would be 4 times 63. So you're adding this plus that. So let me erase this so you guys can see it. There we go. Okay, cool. So 2 times 49 plus 4 times 63 will give you a total of 350 inches squared. That is the total surface area of this shape. If you were trying to, if you're going to JCPenney's, if that's still around after this corona, after this quarantine, a lot of stores are closing because of the quarantine. They're not making the money. They're going out of business. They have too much debt. If you're going to Macy's and you need a gift wrapped, well, if you need a gift wrapped, then let's look at this. They can ask you, oh, what surface area? What's the total surface area of paper that you need? And now you can tell them, I need at least 350 inches squared of surface paper, of wrapping paper. Or you can say, you know what? I will round it off and say, just give me 400 inches squared. Okay, got it? That's what you can do. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This one's slightly different because you don't have that square base. Here we go. Okay, now, is this a prism or is it a base? I mean, prism or pyramid has 2 bases, therefore it's a prism. Now, you look at the base. The base on this will be the left and the right side. Imagine this shape was turned. It's like this, laying on the side. But to determine, do it like this. The bottom of this shape on here, this orange shape, that's 6 by 4. That is not a square. That is a rectangle. So you would say that this is a rectangular pyramid, rectangular prism. Okay. RECT. Okay. And Mr. Hunt cannot write. I don't know what that's saying. Okay. I say recreation or something. Okay. That's short for rectangular pyramid. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. So I'm trying to get a pen a stylus that will help me scribble or draw or work out the problems for you. I miss writing on the board. I miss writing on my projector. I miss my projector. I miss you guys. Okay. All right. Now here we go. Let's go. Okay. Looking at this shape, what do I see? I'm going to draw here. I see a left and a right side. Bam, bam. That's 6x4. And there's one over here. And I do not see a square. I see the dimensions of 4 and 6. So I'm going to go right here and draw that. Bam, bam. Imagine that you open that flap up, that right flap. You open it up, then the 4 will be here. And there will be a 4 on the inside here as well, okay? 4. This is 6 right here, okay? So that's 6, 4x6. So you have 24. This also is 4. And this also is 6 right here, okay? 4x6. Now, let's open up that top. Let's unfold that top, okay? Now, I'm going to do in blue here. The top, here you go. That looks like that's 10 because this is 10 down here, okay? And it looks like this is what? If this is, what is this? Because it matches that. This is 4, so that has to be 4. So, bam, bam. And I don't want to erase my red here. Bam, bam, but it looks like I may have. Bam, bam, okay? So, let me see, how can I do that? Bam, right here, okay? Here we go. Doing in blue for you. That and this, okay? That's the bottom and the top, okay? And it looks like that will be what? What would this be right here? Well, that will be this part, which is that part here. So that means that's 4. 4. So I have a rectangle that is 10 by 4. I have another one here that is also 10 by 4. Okay, good. Now, let's get this front and this back now. Here we go. I'm going to use this right here. Bam. Look, I'm going across 4 and then I go up. Going across 10 and I go up. So it goes up 6 because the back is 6. The front has to be 6. And it goes across the 10. So let's do it in green. And let's do it in green here. I have a 10 here. And then I have a 6. Okay. You have a 10 and then you have a 6 here. So you have two 10 by 4s, which are blue. You have two 6 by 4s, which are red. And you have two 10 by 6s, which are, I don't know, neon yellow or something like that. Maybe, yeah, neon. Why's my nose shining like Rudolph? Jesus Lord. Okay. Here we go. So now I have to add up all of these areas to get the total surface area of this shape. I'm trying to buy wrapping paper for it. Okay. So here we go. Let's scroll down. Okay. Area of my first rectangle is 4 by 6. I agree with that. Left and right, 4 by 6. And that's going to be times 2 down here. Okay. Area of my next rectangle is, what are we saying? 10 by 4. That's this one right here. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. That's right here. Okay. Here is the yellow one right there. Okay. Here is the blue one right here. That's 4 by 6. That's right here. Okay. Bam. And let's do one more. And here is the front. And notice when I go past it, I can figure out the dimensions. I just went across 10 and it looks like I'm going up. And what goes up is the 6 in the back. So the front has to be 6. So that's 10 by 6. Bam. Okay. There we go. So I have two rectangles on left and right. I have two rectangles back and front. I have two rectangles top and bottom. Okay. 4 by 6, 10 by 4, 10 by 6. 4 by 6, 10 by 4, 10 by 6. Yeah, I got it right. Okay. All right, here we go. Now, so 24, 40, and 60 are my answers, but then I have to multiply them by 2 because I have two of those. So 2 times 24 plus 2 times 40 plus 2 times 60, it adds up to 248 centimeters squared for my total area. So my total area is 248 centimeters squared. Don't forget, sometimes your rectangles may be different, like in this one. Now, if you have a square base, then you will have 4 rectangles that are the same. But if you don't have that square base, you have a rectangular base, then you will not have four rectangles that are the same. You have different rectangles, okay? In this case, I have two rectangles. All six of my rectangles, only two of them were the same. Two the same on the left and right, two the same front and back, two the same top and bottom, okay? Now, in the other problem that we did, we had a square base. Therefore, we had a square base. Therefore, all the rectangles assigned had the same dimensions as the base. So there's similar dimensions. They all were 7 and 7, okay? So hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget, type in something what you're gonna miss about math class. I heard the bad news Friday. I told my daughter she did not know that school had been canceled, so I called her Saturday and I told her, and she was supposed to graduate, and she started crying because she really was looking forward to crossing the stage and receiving that diploma. So I really got my hands full because she actually put the phone down and started crying because she was just so discouraged because that's something she had been working hard for. So she has a birthday May 1st, and I'm going to have to make it up to her something, okay? All right. If you guys got any ideas about what I can do to make it up to my daughter, since she's not going to be able to cross the stage and graduate, type those also in your thing. So also let me know just something you'll miss about the math class, and I will respond back what I'm going to miss about you. All right. All right. Have a good one, guys. Always missing you. Always, I'm valuing you guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the hall, looking down the hall, seeing you really being successful in seventh grade. All right. God bless. Bye.